The little boy saw that his father hadn't finished his yogurt. He reached out to take it, but his dad quickly snatched it away and sternly warned, "Don't ever touch anything I've eaten again." What the boy didn't know was his father was trying to protect him. John was an ordinary window cleaner. Not long ago, he was diagnosed with a terminal illness. He had less than 3 months to live, but his son was only 3 years old. John couldn't bring himself to tell him. He could only pretend everything was normal, continuing to take care of his son, washing and combing his hair, reading books, teaching him to recognize words. Every night, he waited until his son fell asleep before secretly taking his medication. He knew time was running out. His top priority now was to find an adoptive family for his boy. They visited a wealthy family. The couple was cheerful, and their conditions were excellent. John was quite satisfied. If his son could live here, he'd surely grow up healthy and happy. But something the man said made John change his mind.
Of course we can afford the best education for our son. I mean, your son.
It turned out they already had a biological child. John knew there would inevitably be favoritism. He couldn't risk his son being treated unfairly. As they crossed a footbridge, John asked his son,
"One day, Michael, would you like to live somewhere else? In a different town, different home?"
I like home.
John said nothing more. He returned to the welfare agency to continue looking for the right adoptive family. The staff suggested he make a time capsule to leave memories for his son once he grew up. John refused.
Why does he have to know he was adopted? We will find him a family that will be his family, his only family. He won't even have to remember how useless his parents were. His mother leaves him and then his father dies. I mean, that'll definitely fuck him up.
He cried as he spoke, but when he got home, he acted like nothing had happened. He took his son to the park, bought him ice cream, and spent as much time with him as possible. But every time he saw other fathers watching their children grow up, John's heart ached. How was he supposed to tell his son that he was going to die? Suddenly, his son found a dead beetle under a tree. He innocently asked, "Why isn't it moving?" John gently explained, "Everything in this world grows old and dies. Their soul leaves the body, and the body slowly decays until it disappears." But the boy didn't really understand. The next day, John went to work at another rich man's house. Because of the cancer, a splitting headache hit him suddenly, but the man assumed John was slacking off, refused to pay him, and even mocked him as a loser. Enraged, John returned with a carton of eggs and smashed them all over the man's sparkling windows. Even his Lamborghini didn't escape the wrath. John's condition worsened. His little boy climbed onto a sink taller than himself, poured a glass of water, and gently comforted his father with his small hands. A few days later, they visited a second adoptive family. This couple had already adopted 6 children and even had a dog. John knew his son loved dogs. The woman assured him they treated all the children equally, and this would be the last child they'd adopt. John was very satisfied, but the boy seemed nervous around kids his age, even hiding his favorite toy. After some thought, John decided to pass on this family. With 2 families rejected, time was running out. He hoped to talk to